Okay, folks, we are back and we are going to jump into a new concept with our um, Google Sheets class, and that is sorting and filtering. So if we have a certain amount of data here that we want to sort through or filter so we can only see certain portions of it, that's what we're going to do now. So the first thing that I'll do is I will take and select one of these columns. Now, there might be a rare instance where you want to sort these numbers in a certain order and not affect any other cells. That would be really unusual for me, and in my experience, I rarely ever use this, but if you were going to go to data and sort that range from A to Z, which is also numbers small to large, but we're going to reverse it and go Z to A. So that's going to be larger to smaller numbers. And when I do that, then you can see that those numbers did reverse. However, none of the other data was affected. That's because we only had that one column selected, and I used data sort range. So we're going to change that up a little bit. I'm going to undo that. And instead of just selecting that one row or one column, I'm going to select all of those columns, not these over here, just these. And I'm going to do again data sort range. And I'm going to do it again from Z to A. And that's column A that it's sorting. Column A is right here. So we're going to sort range by column A. If I do that, then you can see that it did move some things around, and that's because it's affecting the whole row here. There's all of these items in the row travel with the numbers you see over here. It's sorting using the numbers in A, column A. So I'm going to undo that, and we are going to try something else here. That is sorting by range. Now, I'm going to go ahead and select that same range again, but I'm going to do it a little differently this time by going to Data, Sort Range, and now I'm going to choose this Advanced Range Sorting options. When I do the Advanced, I can say, okay, it's going to ask, does the data have a header row? And yes, it does, but I don't have it selected, so I'm not going to choose that. In fact, you know what? I think I'll go back and make that selection again so that it does have a header row. Advanced range sorting, and yes, it has a header row. I'm going to sort by homeroom number, and we're going to do that in descending order. Now, if I don't want to just do that, I can also add another column to sort by. So I could go over here and choose, I think I'll do we'll do last name. And we'll go from A to Z from last name. So it's going to do homerooms organized, and then it's going to do A to Z within that homeroom. So I click on sort, and you can see by last name that if you look at 220 or 223, that you're going to have in alphabetical order from top to bottom. We have arranged all of the homerooms from largest to smallest, but it's in alphabetical order within those homerooms. Now, I'm going to undo that. We're back to where we were. And now I want to demonstrate something else, and that is data sort sheet. So when you sort the sheet, it's a little different deal. If I go data sort sheet and I sort by column A, I'm going to go descending again to mix it up a little bit from Z to A. And let's see what happens here. All right. You can see that this little chart here, or this little table, got kind of blown up here because it's sorting the entire sheet. So based on what's in column A, it is sorting the entire row all the way across. Anything that lives in that row is going to get sorted. So this got destroyed. We're not really interested in that, but it's interesting to know about for when you try to do a sort in the future. If you want to sort the whole sheet, this whole page, then that would be the way to go. But I'm going to undo that. I'll use this time. Control Z is what I normally use, but I'm going to use this. And instead of sorting this time, I'm going to use our filter. And filtering is really cool because you don't have to think quite as much when you do it. All you got to do, click on one of the pieces of data in your table of information here. And once I've done that, I can click right here on the create a filter. When I've done that, it looks around and it goes, oh, okay, this is a piece of data. It's in the middle of this table of other data. And I also see that there are column headings. And you'll notice that there are these little 3 lines next to each column heading. Now, the cool thing about that is that you can take those and choose to sort that column A to Z by alphabetically. Now, these homerooms all got screwed up because of that, but the last names are definitely sorted alphabetically. Now, after you've done that, and I don't think I really want to sort the last names, I think I'm going to go by homeroom first, A to Z, and then I think I'll go t-shirt size A to Z and see how that sets up. So we've got some rooms, and that is actually just sorting by t-shirt size. So we've got larges, mediums, smalls, and extra larges, and that works pretty well as well. So you have the option of filtering any of these columns that you want. Some of the things, for me, one of the things that's most powerful about this is I can go in here and I can say, well, really, I'd only like to see, I'm going to clear all of those. I just want to see the ones from 102 and 105. Click OK. And now all the other ones go away. Now, bear in mind that also destroyed our little table over here because that's including the entire row of stuff that's gone. So I will undo that, but it's important to understand that. And there are other ways to search as well and other ways to filter. I can even filter by the color of the cell. So if I go to fill color, and this is the only color besides white that's in there, then it will filter those to the top or sort those to the top and then move the rest down. Now the difference, if you sort, everything stays. If you filter, you might get rid of things. So if I say filter by a condition or filter by values, then that's a little different. And if I filter by color, then if I choose this, it's only going to keep the ones with that color. So that's kind of the difference when you're filtering versus sorting. Filtering is going to get rid of the ones that don't match your criteria. Sorting is going to keep all of them and put them in a certain order. So filtering and sorting. And one other note before we move on is that if you're sharing a document with someone and you don't want to have them stuck with your filtering, then the thing you can do is go and create a filter view. And what that'll do is make it so it basically opens a whole nother page so that you can adjust that. But what the person sees when they are using this spreadsheet won't have your filter on it. So this is your filter view that only you get to see. Okay, I know you've got, I think it's the last one of your challenges is coming up, and then we'll have the final challenge that'll incorporate everything that we've done so far, and you'll be creating a big project. So this is the last assignment, and it'll be in the challenge on the page that you found this example file. So I hope to see you soon, and we'll knock out one more thing after this.